Hello racing fans and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Sunday, June the 25th races at Hastings. We do have 8 on tap. We do have the Emerald Downs Handicap, a $50,000 stake for 3-year-old fillies, headed by the budding superstar Dazzling Dawn.
Dazzling Dawn has been super impressive in her first 2 races today. And they sprint again. I'm interested to see how she goes when she goes long. It is another sprint today, and she looks to be in control of that race. Kicking it off, as Mike mentioned, 8 races. The first is a 2-year-old race, 3.5 furlong race, maiden special weight for the babies. Field of 8 in here. I landed on the 2 prime copy. Glenn Todd has won all the baby races so far this year. We've run 3 of them. He's won all 3. This one looks to be quick too. Minister's Wildcat filly bought of the Washington sale. He's got 2 in here, prime copy and pass out. Pass out is not named for what you think. It was actually, remember this day? We were sitting in the VIP room and Mike Heads walked in and Glenn said, "How did you get a pass out?" So it's not the pass out you think. It's a pass out.
I came out, I know, I would come out, and what did you get a pass out?
Did you get a pass
from Barb.
out?
Yeah, I know, he's a cheeky guy.
He is cheeky. The other good name in here, a couple good names.
The single guys are always cheeky.
Yeah, that's right. A couple good names, Little Bones, after the great Tragic Lip song, and English Bay. Good names in here. But I went with prime copy, as I mentioned. This is the one that Lopez lands on, and that leads me to think this one's pretty live. Fastology out of the great Tracy Bar, and this one looks quick too. Nice 35-2 work. It was entered once already and did scratch. Draws the 3-hole today, and Richard Hamill takes the call on this very fast-looking filly of Astrology. And I put Wise Market in there too. Phil Hall. This guy's had a start. And that can help these babies. That can help these babies a lot. He didn't break great. Now he puts blinkers on. He's drawn outside of a couple of the favorites in prime copy and fastology. Enrique Gonzalez picks up the mount, and this one could be live in here as well. I went 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I went to the 3 Fastology. I think this is a very quick horse. The horse scratched once, being sick, and got a bit of a temperature. And this horse has been in a couple of times, and just for whatever reason has always had to scratch. But finally going to get in. Hopefully, stays in the race. This filly looks to have a lot of ability, and it seems to be very fast and well named. The 2 prime copy, you're right. The connections just do great with their babies, and they're ready to roll, and they do an excellent job. And it's not an accident that they won all the 2-year-old 3.5 races to date, but they could win another one. I went 3-2, and then I put the 6 horse. The chances are good. Really good mare. What are the odds? What a mare they've had. The odds are even. The odds are good.
What are the odds?
Yeah,
no,
that's the mare. But I mean, this
another one
every year, this mare produces like a money-making machine.
Yeah.
And
they're all
wouldn't be surprised to see this
one.
They're all great.
Tough
She's
horses.
great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went 3, 2, and 6 though. I think the Great Tracy run of those pretty fast, but never underestimate obviously the Glen. 2 and 3 of the horses. I went 3, 2, and 6. On to the second race, fillies and mares, $16,000 claimers here. Through fillies, sorry. Going 6.5 furlongs, just straight 3-year-old fillies. I went to the 6, Mrs. Sport. I think this horse it was a tough day to go really fast early, and this horse went 22-1. The track is really dead. Favored the closers. Sherry Sugar Rush beat her, is it Gold beat her, but she had to really fly early. I think the blinkers off may help. Gonna try blinkers off. I put the 2 Sherry Sugar Rush and the 1 Datsit in behind. I thought Datsit run well in her maiden score. I know it was just for 4, but she looked good doing it. But I think it's 6-2 and maybe a bit back to the 1 horse, but the 2 Sherry Sugar Rush is an honest filly and continues to run good races and got a great ride by Enrique Gonzalez to win.
Right.
So she might be under the odds.
Squeaking up the rail.
She is, she was a good price last time. She will not be a good price this time, and she got a perfect trip, perfect ride. To win in 120. I know the track was dead, but I mean, this horse might be under the odds. Is why I didn't pick her to win. Mrs. Sport might get overlooked. I went 6-2-1.
I went with Sherry Sugar Rush because it's set up for last time, and I think it sets up for her again today. You have Datsit's Speedy, Extramarital.
Quick.
She broke her
Didn't get out there last time.
Lead. Is It Gold is forwardly placed. Mrs. Sport is quick. I just think it sets up well again for Sherry Sugar Rush. She snuck by me last time at odds of almost 8-1. She's not going to be 8-1 today, as you mentioned, but I think she's trending in the right direction and can fire right back. I put Extramarital in the second spot. Looked good breaking her maiden over Mayfair Lady and Belly Girl. Very impressive. Got a 51 buyer. Came back in optional 25. Didn't run much, but ran against Yukon Bell, Eco Charge. Good luck to you.
That's a way tougher fillies.
Considerably tougher fillies than she shows up against today. So I'm going to go back to her, give her another shot in the second spot, and I put Mrs. Sport, your top pick, in the third spot with blinkers off for Craig McPherson. 2-3-6 for me in the second. On to the third, the Emerald Downs, 3-year-old filly, $50,000 stake.
This should be quick.
What can you say? Dazzling Dawn has the appropriately named Dazzling Dawn has been absolutely so impressive this year. 15-4 her first race, won by 8. Came back to just destroy them again easily by almost 7. Who beats her today? I mean, it's her, and then you can make an argument for everybody else in here. But Dazzling Dawn looks to be a handful. I went with Sail On By in the second spot. Just broke her maiden over some decent fillies in her first start this year, and she can improve now with a race under her belt. Good to see David Lopez sticking with her. And I threw Jazz Lady in the third spot. Moves to a new barn, Phil Hall, who's making all the right moves so far this year for Peter Redekop. My second choice there. Third choice, sorry. Jazz Lady, nice work coming to this in 58-4. That's smoking over this track. I went 4-1-3.
I don't have a lot to add. The Dazzling Dawn's your horse to beat. She's like 10 links, 15
she's like
links
the
better.
best bet of the weekend, if not the month.
Like I don't know what she'll be in the morning line, but she should be 1-9.
She's 2 to 5.
She's going to be 1-9, and she is just so much the best.
Yeah.
She's not hooking at. The fields keep getting easier as she progresses. Because it is 6.5 furlongs, there's some waiting to go along. But Sail On By would be my next horse. I agree. This horse did look good, breaking her maiden first time out this year, and she would be definitely the next best horse.
She's got the pedigree too. Just Sail Pass has been
it's a great page. This horse would be if Dazzling Dawn. I don't know how
falters.
Loses. It would be to the
Hamel falls off or something.
There has to be some. Yeah. It has to be. She really has to regress or do something, to lose. And she hasn't worked in a while though. That's the only concern. But connections, they know what.
She's fit enough.
Yeah. And I agree. Jazz Lady in for third. 4-1-3. In the Emerald Downs, on to the fourth race, got some $4,000 claimers. Non-3 lifetime, going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 4-horse. Mighty Mesa on the big class drop. How do you not take the horse?
Nancy could win back-to-back races
here. I know, she's definitely getting aggressive. Dropped Merlot, didn't win, but dropped Merlot in for 4.
And this guy shows up for 4.
And Mighty Mesa resurfaces for 4. Probably will go to a new home after the race, but still.
But I mean, I can see why she does it. This guy just always finds a way to get beat. Looked like he was home last time and got beat by Santa Fe Trail. We found gold, and she gets aggressive, in for 4. That's the way. That's how you win races.
That's how you do. You don't mess around. The one horse across the line, first start in the Julio Silva barn, might get a good trip in behind the speed. We'll see. And the 2E Caddy was my next one. I went 4-1-2, but I don't think there's a lot to discuss in here. Maybe the 5 Stone Ridge Ruler could be in the mix, but Blue Storm Cloud's going to go without blinkers again after winning with them, but. I didn't see a whole lot to maybe beat Mighty Mesa. It's a pretty aggressive class drop from 16 down to 4. So you got to take the 5. 4-1-2.
It's Mighty Mesa, and then you make a case for everybody else.
You're wishing horses to win if you're trying to be Mighty Mesa.
Yeah.
If the horse is absolutely no good, can't win, then you have to handicap the race without him in it. And I would think Cross the Line would be the
Cross the Line and Stone Ridge Ruler. Those are my next 2. I ended up putting them the other way around. I went Stone Ridge Ruler with Cross the Line. I went 4, 5, and 1. In the 4th, on to the 5th. $4,000 claimant event for 3-and-up Colts and Geldings, 6.5 furlongs. And I went to the outside. How many? We got a bunch in here. 10. And I went to the 8, Cowboy Phil.
Of course.
Put back-to-back wins together this year for trainer Phil Hall. And last time he only gets beat a neck 4-horse photo. Nana's buddy, Devil in Disguise. That was 62.50. That was a dirty, tough 62.50. Drops back in here for 4. Looks like he's going to be tough to beat again. I got Cowboy Phil on top of Sedin, who dropped to this level for the first time last time and just missed. Good second behind Peyton's Best. Sedin in second spot, and who did I put in third? Lord Rosberg, who came to life last time at the $4,000 level. Led the whole way, only got beat a length and 3/4 in that Peyton's Best Sedin race. I put him in the third spot. I went 8, 2, and 9.
I have the same 3. Cowboy Phil drops into a good spot. He's been salty at the 4,000 level in the past. There's not a lot of options in here. Stolen Otis wakes up off a 3-year layoff. I mean, that's a big layoff for Stolen Otis.
That's a big layoff. He's got nice work coming into there, too. And
yeah, I know.
Flat.
Patty Leany's the horse has been looking great. And if you can afford a 4th horse in the race and you pick 4s, I mean, maybe put the horse in. But Cowboy Phil is your horse to beat. Lord Rosberg and Sedin in behind. Sedin, I really think, needs to go long. But the horse will, he ran fine at the 4,000 level last time behind Peyton's Best, but I just think the horse might be better suited. Actually, the long race came up really tough last weekend. Actually came up really tough. But this horse, probably better going a mile and 16th. Lord Rosberg, I thought a better than look race last time. I put him in for 2nd. I went 8, 9, and 2, but I think definitely Cowboy Phil is your horse to beat in race number 5. On to the 6th race, $4,000 claimers, non-2 lifetime. Going a mile and a 16th, the 6-horse Waron. I liked him last time for 2nd behind Tizagogo, and there's no Tizagogos in here. I think he can get the job done. He's a mile and a 16th specialist, and well, maybe not specialist is the wrong word, but this is best distance.
This is his gig.
I put the 1 Majestic Stance and the 3 PS Attaboy in behind. Majestic Stance has had some decent races again at tougher racetracks going this distance, and PS Attaboy, just his way he runs, I think he may be a speed horse that could run a long ways. I wouldn't sell him short either. I left him in the mix, but I think Waron is the horse to beat. There is some speed in here, and I went 6, 1, and 3.
I don't have a lot to add. I got Waron on top of Majestic Stance. Those are the 2 I think you can make. The 2 that stand out to me are Waron and Majestic Stance. And I threw Groot in the 3rd spot. Yep. He's better going long. Good 3rd last time in that same Tizagogo Waron race. I went 6, 1, and 8. On to the 7th. Nice $25,000 claimant event.
Good race.
For 3 and up colts and geldings. Going a mile and a tick. And I went to Nancy Betts again, thinking she's got a big day on Sunday. Dashing Dawn. I just think we got the odds are good. It's quick out of there. Pfeiffer speedy. Who else? Bluegrass Angus. Omega Victory.
Yeah,
We Found Gold. There's a fair bit of pace on in here.
A lot.
And I think Dashing Dawn has got the perfect style for this. He can lay just off him. He gets first crack at the leaders. It's well within him to win this race. Just got nosed last time at this level by Colterbury, and he's a cool horse. He can run short and long. He's been successful, extremely successful, running long in the past. And I'm going back to him. Dashing Dawn on top. A Brass and Gold, who disappointed me in that race last time. He fired a huge effort. His first race, maybe bounced a little bit in his 2nd race, but I'm not going to leave him off the ticket because he's definitely got the ability to win this. If he runs that race back that he ran this first one, we saw BC Charlie come back to win for 35 last Sunday, so he's definitely got the ability to win this. I got him in the 2nd spot. I threw Pfeiffer. Steve Henson claimed this horse. Another one that's very good going long. 2 for 2 at today's distance. Better going long. Better going long. He's a cool horse. What is he? 5 for 8 lifetime in the money. Can't leave him off the ticket. 6-3-2
and
for
Reyes knows him well.
And yeah, exactly. Reyes did all the good on him.
Yeah. Reyes did well with him last year when the Cluches had him.
Yeah.
I went to the 3 Brass and Gold. He's a better horse going long. He has sprinted reasonably well in the past, but he did disappoint last time at a short odds.
If he runs, if he gets beat a length last time, I pick him for sure.
Yeah, no, he ran last.
Scared me off a little bit last time.
He didn't beat a horse.
He ran last.
He didn't beat a horse.
Let's call it what it is. Last.
It was last. And but he is a better route horse, and he is coming back on short notice, so obviously everything's reasonably well. I put the 1 horse, so the odds are good, in for 2nd. He's routed well in the past. He's a cool horse. He's a horse that can go 46, 111. That he can set the fractions to keep going, and he's lost a lot of those races, but still at 25,000 level, he's going to be. You got to respect him. Yeah. And I put Dashing Dawn, who I agree is a solid horse at any distance, and Nancy's always done good with him. I went 3, 1, and 6. I like
tough race.
Gold over the odds are good. Yeah, it is a tough race. On the 8th and final, got some maidens for you here. $4,000 claimers going 6 furlongs. This is just 6 furlongs.
Another 6 furlong.
This is the boy, and the fillies were yesterday. I went to the 7 Backseat Knights. This horse is dropping from 16 down to 4. Showed speed. Once he couldn't get in position, he was quickly shuffled back, and as inexperienced horses do, they will overreact and finish very poorly. But I think in this race, this horse can get the lead and show the talent that he's shown in the morning, because he's worked really well. quite often throughout the spring, and I just want to give this horse another shot. So I put Backseat Nights on top of the one, Run Harvey Run, who's back, closed out 2016 with a nice runner-up effort, and has a series of works for Jody Rawson, who's had a great spring so far. And I put the 2 Displeasure for Glenn Todd in the 3rd spot. Always got to respect the connections here, and I know it is a first-time starter. They're aggressively spotting the horse for 4, but I didn't see a whole lot past him. So I went 7, 1, and 2.
I put him on top. I like Displeasure.
I can see it. Yeah.
The UK bred, University of Kentucky bred. I mean, look at 47 and 3, a minute and 3/5, 101, 35 and 3.
If he can run in 112, he's going to win, or 113, he's going to win the race.
That's
only
what I mean.
6 furlongs. He's going to win the race.
He looks like he's got the talent to win this race. Glenn likes to win races. He's put him in aggressively in for 4,000. I'm going to him. I like Displeasure. On top of Run Harvey Run out of the Jody Ross, as you mentioned, Jody having a very strong year as well. Her and Richard Hamill always team up very good together. 41% together, good. Run Harvey Run in the 2nd spot. I put Callahan in the 3rd spot. The Steve Henson horse.
Yeah, dropper. Yep.
Another one, like for the same reason that you like Backseat Nights, I like Callahan. Was involved early in that 16 race, and as you mentioned, when they suck themselves out of it, then they kind of run nowhere.
Lose their everything.
And I could see him bouncing back with a second, better in a second effort here. Number 5, Callahan. 2, 1, and 5 for me. In the nightcap on Sunday, there is the card for Sunday. Up next on screen will be our picks. Mike, as always, you're up first.
Back in race number 1, I went to 3, Fastology, 326. Race number 2, I went to the 6, Mrs. Sport. Don't love this race at all, though. You're going to need a few in here. I went 6, 2, and 1. On to the 3rd race, like this race. The 4-horse Dazzling Dawn, obviously the best bet of the week. 4, 1, and 3. 4th race, the 4, Mighty Mesa, looks great on paper, but do beware. 4, 1, and 2. 5th race, number 8, Cowboy Phil, back in for 4. He's going to be awfully tough. 8, 9, and 2. Race number 6, the 6, War On, went 6, 1, and 3. Race number 7, the 3, Brass and Gold, over the 1, the odds are good, and the 6, Dashing Dawn, and the last. Race number 8, I went to the 7, Backseat Nights. I'm going to go 7, 1, and 2.
On to my picks, there we go. Back in race number 1, the baby race, I went to the 2, Prime Copy, over the 3 and the 4. In the 2nd race, I went to number 2, Sherry Sugar Rush, over the 3 and the 6. In the 3rd race, the Emerald Downs, what can you say about this filly? Number 4, Dazzling Dawn, over the 1, Sail On By, and the 3, Jazz Lady. In the 4th, I went to the 4, Mighty Mesa, over the 5 and the 1. In the 5th, I like number 8, Cowboy Phil, over the 2 and the 9. In the 6th, number 6, War On, over the 1 and the 8. In the 7th, nice co-feature, the $25,000 event for older boys. I went to the 6, Dashing Dawn, over the 3, Brass and Gold, and the 2, Pfeiffer. And in the nightcap, the 8th race, I went to the 2, Displeasure, looking for trainer Glenn Todd to get the bookends over the 1 and the 5.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicappers Corner. A quick reminder that racing resumes at 1:50. Obviously, every day for our first post is 1:50. Our next live card will be Canada Day, which will be Saturday, which is odd. Saturday, July 1st, and Sunday, July 2nd. So no holiday. Usually there's a holiday Monday on July 1st.
But it lands right on the Saturday.
But it lands right on the Saturday. So we are racing next. The same schedule continues. 1:50 first post on Saturday and Sunday next weekend as we do kickoff July. We do have some stakes action. We do have the Lieutenant Governors for the older boys on Canada Day, so it should be lots of fun. More talented horses hitting the racetrack like we do have this weekend.
As we're getting in summer and it's getting nice again.
It is, finally. We're getting great weather. It's going to be super hot, obviously, through this weekend. Hopefully it continues all the way to Canada Day. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. Once again, if you can't make it out to the track, please do come out here to the Derby Bar and Grill on 0 Avenue and 176th. Great spot to watch the races, cool atmosphere inside. You got the patio outside, and lots of food and drink specials.
And you can always pick up a handy copy of me and Mike's picks.
Yes, you always get those. Those are money makers. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Handicappers Corner.